Your mic's on, right? Yeah, it is. Alright, good. Hmm. I'm just waiting for it to show up on my phone. It should be okay. It's already up here. It's just not up on my phone. I don't know why it's always like this. It's like always so delayed on my phone. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Alright, I just wanted to make sure it shows up on my phone before I actually start the stream. So you guys voted for this. We are going to continue the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy. I couldn't fit the full title of the game in the. I tried. I tried to. I couldn't fit the full title of the game, um, into the title of the stream because it's way too fucking long. So I just went with Dual Destinies. Honestly, not sure what to expect in the sequel. Clearly, I mean, I don't want to say clearly, but like clearly, Apollo wasn't as popular as Phoenix, obviously. I'm guessing from the fan base. I didn't really do any background research. I think the fan base, I won't say they hated Apollo, I won't outright state it, but I feel like they didn't find Apollo as, at the very least, not as intriguing. Probably, it doesn't help because Phoenix did act out of character in, like, the flashback trial, in my opinion. He did act a little bit out of character as well, so that didn't exactly help. So that's kind of why they went back to calling it Phoenix Wright. I know that this character's name is Athena, but I don't know anything about her character, so I'm not sure what her personality's like. I also know that in this game, this character's the rival because I accidentally searched up, because as I was searching up the Dual Destinies, OST to play during break, I found him in the thumbnail, obviously, of this one. So, I'm able to figure out that he's going to be the rival. Now, I'm very much intrigued to see how a rival, because I know we're going to be switching between Phoenix, switching between Apollo, and switching between Athena. I know her name is Athena. We're going to be switching between all three of them. So I'm very much interested to see how a rival character, like, I don't know this guy's name, like this guy could bounce off of all three, how like his relationship's going to bounce off of all three, how he's going to respond to all three. I wonder if he's gonna have like a main rival specifically, or it's just like gonna be a general thing. It's very much interesting. Like the concept of itself is very much interesting, and I'm very interested to see how the game is gonna tackle that. I'm curious to see if Emma makes a return, or if she was just in the first game and then it's gonna be all forgotten about. I really hope she just isn't forgotten about. I really hope she returns in like the second and maybe the third game. At the very least, the second game for this. Kind of buying time until we hit 3 o'clock. I've been trying to look for Smiling Friends Season 2, trying to find a way to watch it officially. It's not up on, HBO Max yet. But I realized that I forgot to watch, Smiling Friends Go to Brazil, so I'm probably gonna watch it after the stream. The plan for the stream is probably to finish at least the first episode. My dinner should be coming at around 5 o'clock. Maybe a little after 5. Probably should have my shoes on right now, if I'm being completely honest with you. So, like, we take a break every 2 hours, so I'm probably gonna go downstairs during break to, pick it up. I Uber Eats it instead of, I might put this up for vote, but I might just not do it because it's expensive, like, for my wallet. I usually only Uber Eats like once a week, maybe twice if I, have a surplus of money. But I might, put it up for vote if you guys are interested. But like if I should just Uber Eats like food instead of like going downstairs to like the restaurant that our school has, like the cafeteria, and then eating there because I don't have like an a takeout thing for my school, so I'd be able to like save time I could just pick up dinner, save time, go back up, and then we'd be able to stream maybe a little bit longer, get a little bit more gameplay instead of like taking a 10 to 20 minute break. Like, I guess a 10 to 20 minute break is healthy though, because it's like almost a bathroom break. Get up, stand up, like stretch your legs. I feel like 5 to 10 minutes is good, but like beyond like 15 minutes is when I start to get a little iffy. If you can't tell, my roommate's still asleep, so if you guys are wondering why I'm so quiet, relatively quiet at the very least, you guys know why. But I also just remembered that we can't do the table slam because he is, well, obviously still asleep. So yeah, with all that out of the way, let's just start up the game. There was one more thing I wanted to mention. I think I already talked about it though. But just a reminder, I might have to end up, after, Devil May Cry 5, for a while at least, I might have to end up dropping, Saturday streams, because, schoolwork could, start getting backed up because spring football is gonna start up soon. I'm hoping that I'll be able to balance, like, my time though well enough so that we could keep the Saturday streams. But yeah, just a heads up on that. I always try to stream every Sunday, though. So this should lead us to Dual Destinies, right? Yeah. Alright. So it looks like... Oh god, poor Athena. Poor Athena, she didn't have a chance. Didn't stand a chance. What the fuck is wrong with Apollo here? She didn't stand a chance. She's introduced in that one? In episode 3, the third case of the game? God. Fucking... short straw. Drew the short straw, clearly. Alright, I kinda wanna see this. Alright, so that's gonna be one whole thing. And this is gonna be probably one whole thing in itself. Probably next 2 weeks. I'm just trying to do a quick analysis for this right now, trying to figure out how we're gonna stream all this. This could be its own stream, maybe. Some of these might be one stream. This one could be a whole stream, maybe, of itself. This is probably gonna end up being like 1 or 2 streams. Who knows? That looks pretty long. That looks like a lot. Special episode for sure is gonna be probably, yeah, 2 streams for sure. Before we start, there was one more thing I had to check. I want to make sure that Uber Eats didn't cancel my order again. I gotta keep an eye on that, because it canceled my order last time, and I don't want it to cancel my order again. I'm ordering from a different place though, so it shouldn't. Alright, we should be good. Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on it though, just in case. I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping it does not cancel my order again. Alright. Let's start a new game. Dual Destinies, here we go. Oh my god, it's anime cutscenes. It really is just anime cutscenes. I'm not gonna get copyrighted, right? Oh, there's a fucking bomb here. Judge? Oh no, it's in the middle of the fucking trial? Jesus fucking Christ, why were they still in there? Just let them leave. How important was that trial? Okay, how important was this trial that everyone had to stay in there?
are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble.
Oh, okay.
It's up to us to restore it to its former glory.
Right. Is that Phoenix's voice actor in the anime? I don't remember. I can't remember the anime. I watched the anime, but still. Alright. Looks like he's no longer a hobo. Target? Oh god, is this gonna be a whole plot in of itself? Okay. Oh, she's a tech girl. Alright, cool. That's kind of interesting. Now I'm interested in to know what Athena's backstory is. Okay, she has a robot assistant. Alright. She's gonna trip, isn't she?
I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Okay, what's her power? Oh my god, she actually did trip, didn't she? Yep.
Are you alright, miss?
Okay. This is gonna be a long game. Here we go. It's gonna get even more anime.
Time to bring it to an end.
Alright, bring what to an end? Alright, is this a continuation of the last thing? So we got a jury system, and is there like a fucking civil war with the justice going on right now? No, the justice does not belong to the people. It belongs to the ones who deserve, who study the law. Like, where are we going with this? Is it gonna still make reference to the fourth game, I guess, technically speaking? Okay, is the game gonna be fully voice acted? Actually, now that I think about it, they got the cutscenes fully voice acted. All right, Apollo, why are you like? Are you a terrorist? What is this? He took it off to put on the bandages. What is this, Apollo? What the fuck are you wearing, my guy? Did he actually lose an eye, or is he fucking roleplay? Or is he fucking LARPing? If he didn't actually lose an eye, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Alright, episode 1, Turnabout Countdown. What the fuck is going on? I swear to god, if we go to fucking court and the fucking courtroom is destroyed. Ah, okay. The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. Without discretion. What the fuck? Okay, now my head is covering. My head is covering the thing. Hold on, I'm gonna have to move it. Alright. Now all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. Okay. Is it gonna be a younger Athena? Okay, if the text is like that for the whole game, I might have to... December 17, 9:22 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Alright. We alt-tab out of the game. Alright, what corner do we go in? What corner do we go in where we don't block anything without blocking text? Because I have a feeling we're gonna block text. Alright, let's test this out real quick. Nope. I'm not feeling nervous at all. Alright, so we're playing as Athena. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even in a tense atmosphere like this, it is no biggie. Alright. I'm gonna have to do like a few lines for her. But I can't be quiet while my roommate's asleep, so we're just gonna have to wait until he's awake. And then I could try to do a voice for her. You doing okay, Athena? Oh, it's... Apollo. What the fuck happened to your eye, my dude? What happened between the 4th and 5th game? Oh, Apollo. Yeah, doing great. Like, hum a little tune great. Oh yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although... I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Okay. Oof. I'm that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves are still here, I tell you. Man, 3D models. I actually don't really hate them. They don't look that bad. But they're really giving me... It's like somewhere between VLR and Zero Time Dilemma. But they seem to be at least a little bit more lively. So it's not that bad. This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for. It's justicing time, alright? Apollo's the lead for the defense of this case. Okay, he's still a defense attorney, alright. But I'm gonna be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. So we're his assistant then? I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Who's Junie? Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? The explosion really did a number on you. Oh, okay. So he was caught in the explosion. I swear to God, if we fucking walk into the courtroom and it's destroyed, I'm gonna have a fucking meltdown. I'm just happy that you're okay, Athena. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. So you do? That's why I'm gonna see to it that Juniper's name is clear. And I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion. Alright, so is Junie like the Larry to Athena's Phoenix? Apollo, Athena. Alright. Okay, well, I don't think she did. Thank you for doing this for me. Alright. Fine, I'll fucking try to do 2 lines. Thank you. I'm probably gonna fucking die trying to do this. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie! Okay, so it's Woods. Okay. Is she sick? Hey, are you okay? Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens. At home in the forest, though. Okay, and they think okay. This is Juniper Woods. Okay, so like Juniper like the wood. Okay, cool. She's my dear, dear childhood friend. And she's also our client for this case. Dear, dear childhood friend. And they were roommates. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. That's ridiculous. There's no way Junie would do anything like that. I brought you a little snack, Tina. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks. So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength for the child, right? Junie, you're always so good to me. Right. Jeez, look at me. Standing here, clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Is she actually? Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there. They won't know what hit him, right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Okay? You're not gonna betray us, right? I don't know why. The jacket is a weird thing that he's wearing. Like, why does he suddenly have a jacket? Whose jacket is this? Come what may, this is one trial. We just can't lose. Uh-oh. And down he goes. Yeah, I assumed as much. Apollo! Apollo! Ugh. I mean, yeah, he just survived the bombing. What do you expect? Blood is seeping through his bandages, are they? One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time, he was trying to put on a brave face. But he was really overdoing it. Yeah. Mr. Justice. Huh? The trial's about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. What? Now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. I have to. Defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial's about to start, with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. No, wait. There's something else I could do. I could defend her myself. Yeah, alright, here we go. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff? Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition. Dina! Not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. Yeah, you were in a... You're not Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright fell off a bridge and managed to get out of it relatively fine with a fucking cold. You had to survive a fucking bombing. God, dude, what is the fucking power level of Phoenix Wright now that they think about it with all the bullshit he has to go through? He got tased in the first game. I don't remember what the hell happened to him in the second game. I think second game, was it the bridge? No, third game, it was the bridge thing. Falling off the bridge and into the fucking ice-cold waters below. Then, in the fourth game, it was getting hit by a fucking car and crashing into a pole. I don't think any of them was on the level of bombing, but still. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second, think about what you're saying. You never taken a case on alone before, right? I mean, how many times? No hay problema. I can handle it, I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Athena. And that's enough for me. Alright. Sorry, I can't... The eye patch got me. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart might just burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you just have to leave it to me. Alright. I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate that it can't be there, but I know you'll give up your... God. I know you'll give it your utmost to defend Juniper. I'm like trying to hold back from like yelling or being too loud because my roommate is still asleep. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. I'm trying to keep it at like manageable volume. My name is Athena Sykes. Like, Sykes, Lamayo got you. I'm still a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've ever taken lead in a defense case. Okay, first time did not go well. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. Okay. But I have to do this. And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie. Alright. I'm gonna need some water real quick. December 17, 9:46 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 5. Alright. Okay, it's still in one piece. Day 1, court is now in session. All rise. Alright, that's interesting. I kinda like this. It's like the intro, alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Honestly, the 3D models don't look that bad. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh my god, it's always pain, isn't it? What voice did I give him? Hold on.
The prosecution's also ready, Your Honor. Uh-huh. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today.
Whoa, Pain, you can't say that. Yes, well, a substitute... Okay, should I try to do the judge's voice for a line? I'm not sure if I can be quiet and do it. Let's give it a shot. Yes, well, a substitution of attorney petition was submitted just a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. I'm like holding back my voice to not be too loud. I see. Not at all surprised that he used that as an excuse to run away. What do you mean run away? You didn't fucking see him. My dude looked like Akira. Like, what do you mean? He was in the middle of a bomb incident. With me as an adversary, who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape? What? Don't never that guy. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. Ugh, this arrogant jerk. You arrogant jerk. No, Widget. What the fuck is this face? Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. No, you didn't hear anything at all, especially not from me. How odd. I would have sworn I also heard something. Why did she have that? Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He sometimes blurts out what I'm thinking. Well then. So, okay, if that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated. Contradiction? Oh my god, because you said you didn't hear anything. Are you really gonna... Really? You just stated that you said nothing. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, I didn't say anything. But you're twisting my words. I technically didn't say anything. The device said what I was thinking. Then you did indeed say that I was... What was it? Elegance at work? Actually, it was arrogant jerk. God. At any rate, what does it matter if it's a red monkey or a yellow monkey facing me? God, did he just turn into Frieza between fucking, like, when was the last time we seen him? Like, second game, I remember? I don't know if we saw him in the third game. Oh, no, we did. Like, third game we seen him? Like, did he turn into fucking Frieza? Like, a fucking... What was it? What did he base... God, I forgot what the creator of Dragon Ball, may rest in peace, the creator of Dragon Ball based Frieza off of. What did he base Frieza off of again? He was like, those people who sell land or whatever. Real estate speculators. Real estate. I forgot. It's free real estate. No fresh out of law school rookie can defend this witness. Mr. Payne, I believe that's enough. Let's get back to the case. Of course, Your Honor. I'm more than ready to show that this little girl why they call me the Rookie Humiliator. I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk. God damn it. Do I do a robotic voice? Arrogant jerk. Miss Sykes, if you continue to insult the prosecution, I will remove you from this court. I'm very sorry. Really? It was just a knee-jerk reaction. Really? So you can stand getting whipped in, like, the second game. Fucking, we allow people to throw fucking coffee in here, but insulting the prosecution, that's too far. Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please. Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday, here at this very courthouse, in courtroom number 4. At that time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in the courtroom number 4. Ah yes, I was presiding over that trial as well. And Mr. Justice was there as the lawyer for the defense. Who's the defense of that trial? A bomb that was being presented as evidence suddenly went off during the trial. Okay. So the bomb worked? It was a terrible incident, and the courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. And we're just allowing... I'm sorry, we're back to work the next day in the same courthouse? Fortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life. Who's the prosecutor of the trial? But there was in fact one death, was there not? That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast... Okay, the body of Detective Candice Armed was discovered. Alright, come on man, lock in. This person fucking died to a bombing, alright? It's a terrible tragedy. Detective Candice Armed can disarm the bomb. Apparently, Candice not. Okay. She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial. What, did you guys think I was gonna say Candice nuts fit in your mouth? I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape. Jesus Christ, Judge. Can this bomb go off in the courthouse? Maybe the court should say about getting you even shorter robes. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed until the very end to help guide the others out safely. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report. It's not going to get updated, right? And the details about the bomb. Alright. Cause of death. Trauma to back of head caused by impact with a flat object. Okay. Could be the bomb. Could be something else. Estimated time of death between 8 and 11 a.m. Stuffed animal bomb. That was the bomb? The time bomb that destroyed the courtroom. It was hidden inside a stuffed animal when it was detonated. Wasn't this evidence? Okay. I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed in the court record. Are you gonna break the fourth wall? When I want to check something out, I just use E, alright? E! I better take a peek later, alright? Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Alright, here we go. So they got a voice actor for the coughing. Defendant, are you feeling alright? You're looking a bit pale. I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. I was breathing in the flowers helping, but I'm alright. Jeannie's really giving it her all. I better make sure to do the same. If we could please proceed. The name and occupation, defendant. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Okay, she's in high school? Okay, how old are we? Now I'm curious. How old is... Okay, 18 years old, alright. 23. How old is Athena? Where's Athena's file? How old are we? We're childhood friends, so I'm guessing there's at least a year difference, maybe. Maybe a few years difference. Miss Woods, can you confirm you were in the courthouse on the day in question? Yes, I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend Fina. And so, I was there yesterday. To watch his trial and lend my support. Something's wrong. She's really scared. Did you know that I'm also known as the Defendant Humiliator? It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that moniker. Grr. Does this arrogance know no bounds? I have to protect Junie no matter what. Hey, you arrogant Prosecutor Payne. She almost said it out loud herself. What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead? Deep breaths, Athena. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said he was glad to get the lotus root you gave him too. He was? The grandma says lotus root is good for your eyes. Well, I guess in his case it's just eye now. She says they can even help you see into the future. They can? Then that's the perfect present for the lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them. A sweet, meek girl like this, blowing a courtroom to bits? I must say, it's very hard to believe. To be fair, there was also Dahlia Boat in, like, the third game. Now, Your Honor. Okay, he does not sound as fucking high-pitched as in the original trilogy. Now, Your Honor. Don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime, did she? That's not true. I don't have any kind of motive. And I didn't even know the lady who was killed. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, that doesn't matter. The only thing it does is her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself. Why? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Woods want that? Okay. I gotta do it quietly. That's a very good question, coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Why, yes. Yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system? Now wait just a minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers. That's a valid point, we wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land. I can see the accused isn't the only one who might bear resentment against the courts. But Mr. Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Yeah, but false charges. Why would she bomb it off of false charges and then was proven innocent? Why? Because we found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor. Really? And what exactly was so unique about it? What indeed? Why don't we have Miss Sykes answer that question? What? Why would I know? Huh? Me? I notice that you appear to be very nervous. And well, a gentleman that I am, I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. Okay, is it the doll itself? I can't analyze it. Could he be any more condescending? Really, what a thoroughly unpleasant man. L is for loser. What did it just say? Nothing. Not a single thing. Now, let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know! The court record! The information I need is somewhere in the court record. Alright, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb that blew up the courtroom? Was it because it was... Oh, okay, it was inside the stuffed animal, obviously. God damn it, Athena, I can't... Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was stuffed inside a stuffed animal. Its evil intentions are covered up by a cute exterior. Is it really that cute, though? Hehe, very good. Have a cookie. The bomb went off in the courtroom. Was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine. Just like I said from the start, I can do this. Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I've never even gotten to take a look at it. But what connection does this impish elephant have with the defendant? Okay, and the bomb was still in one piece? Did we take it out of the stuffed animal? The answer to that question lies in another piece of evidence, which I have here. Okay, you were hiding it? And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little singed. It's a tale, Your Honor. The tale of a poor victim of the explosion. This is incredible! Are you saying it's the Detective Arm's tale? No, Judge. It's the doll's tale, isn't it? Yeah. Your Honor, it's so close, but no. It belongs to the stuffed animal. It's called the Phony Fanty. A rather unpleasant name, if you ask me. He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not? Great. So Blue Badger and now... What was it called? Phony Fanty? Exactly. His motto is, phony evidence is just trunked up. Okay. That's so wrong on so many levels. God. The Phony Fanty's tail is made of vinyl cloth. But we found something very interesting on its surface. What, a fingerprint? The defendant's fingerprints. So what? They touched the doll. So what? What? The Phony Fanty provided the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb. No, it proves that they handled the doll. But that doesn't make any sense. Why would Ginny's fingerprints be on it? It does appear to be irrefutable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence, alright? Phony Fanty tale added to the court record. Miss Woods, do you have an explanation for this? I don't understand. How about you, Miss Sykes? Do you have any plausible explanation to refute this decisive piece of evidence? Well, she could have touched the doll. That doesn't mean she, like, used it as a bomb or whatever. I can Can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. But I'd better come up with something. For Junie's sake. If we can't produce an answer, we could always go straight to the ruling, if you prefer. No, I have to say something fast. Oh no, I can't get my voice to work. Why now of all times? Oh. Trauma? I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court. Okay, anime cutscene, here we go. Is Phoenix gonna show up, or... Oh, okay. No, it's just flashback. Okay. Jesus Christ, what did you see? Oh boy. What, did the justice system fail her or something? It would make sense.
As you can see, there is no room for debate.
God, so... Okay.
Objection! Why, it's you.
Okay, Phoenix? There we go, yeah. Showing up just in time, alright. Sorry it took me so long to get here, Athena. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in this place. Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a real rough time on my own. Oh, I don't know. I think you were doing just fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now let's turn things around. You got it, boss. Ho ho ho. Look who showed up out of the blue. No, he's in blue. If it isn't Mr. Phoenix Wright, you always manage to surprise me. God damn it. I can't do the table slams, Phoenix. Your Honor, Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling. But I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints wind up on the stuffed animal tail? How was the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made. You are absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne. Not at all, Your Honor. Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time. She's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself. Because of yesterday? Yeah, it was understandably very traumatic for her. Yeah, I mean, a bomb went off. Poor thing. And here she is, back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I'd like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby. Given the defendant's condition... Very well, I grant special permission. You could get some rest, Junie, and leave the rest to us. Okay, thank you. Sorry about this. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. It's been a while, Mr. Payne. I thought he was about to say, who are you again? You're more clueless than I've heard. I believe you mean, how do you do? For I am Gaspin Payne. Oh. Was his first name always Gaspin? I'm the younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne. Oh, that's why you sound different. Okay. Oh! That's why. Okay, now I've connected the dots. Okay, there it is. So she is 18. A young rookie lawyer at our agency. She's also our client's friend. Alright. What? Long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals, let alone long-standing? God, the faces are still really good. You'll see, Mr. Wright. I'll cleanse Winston of the disgrace he met with at your hands. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as any ever. Okay. Your Honor, The prosecution would like to call a decisive witness to the stand, alright? Why didn't you call the decisive witness before? This witness will testify as to how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom. Alright? Very well. Please call your witness, Mr. Payne. Mr. Payne, alright. Okay. If those lift up and they reveal the fucking different colored eyes, then he probably did it. He was in the beginning, right? Witness, your name and occupation, please. Is he actually a policeman, though? Witness. Name, Ted Tonate. Okay, fucking... Your Honor, his name is fucking Tedonate. Detonate. Like, it's a fucking anagram. It's pretty much an anagram of detonate. How will we not figure it out at this point? Occupation, bomb disposal specialist. Oh my! What a strange robotic voice you have. He's using the text. Speech synthesis via typing. It is the same as me talking. Is it? Sounds exactly like a robot. Like widget. Can't you speak in a normal manner? I can. I can. I just don't want to. He can? But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. And typing what you want to say is? Energy expenditure. Speaking greater than typing. Understand? Is it? What an odd witness. This is the odd witness? Judge, we fucking cross-examined a parrot in the first game. We had a circus in here in the second. Fuck, we had ghosts and spirits in the third. What do you mean, what an odd witness? Every witness in here is fucking odd. Mr. Tonate was in charge of the bomb for the trial and was there when it went off, alright? Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the victim? Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Okay. Her fucking name is... What's her name again? Candace Arm. Many people are employed by the police. I only know a fraction of them. Alright. How is she? She is a detective. But, like, are you sure she doesn't relate to, like, investigating bombs or whatever? Like, she could also be a bomb specialist. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim. Shocked? I was the first one in on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. Alright, should I keep doing the robotic voice? Or more robotic voice? How do I have to be more monotone? I think I'll just speak normally for now. So he was the first to discover the body, was he? He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion. Very well, the court will hear Mr. Tonate's testimony. But at the very least, show this court some respect and remove the face guard witness. Okay, he's the one. Alright, cool. Stop staring at me with them big ol' eyes. When the bomb went off, alright. The bomb was originally disarmed by me, then transported here as evidence. Bomb name HH3000, operated by timer or with a remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. What the fuck? Okay. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down, alright? So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on? Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect the wires. 2. Switch on the timer. A monkey could do it. I'm sure even you would be able to, Mr. Wright. Oh, for fuck's sake, of course. Yeah? What's with the smirk? God, what an asshole. I guess that makes you the blue monkey in this barrel of fun, boss. Ahem. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Huh? Why do you have a bomb here? Mr. Turney, what is that? It's a bomb. Why do you have a bomb here? HH3000, aka a bomb. No, not again! Not again! A bomb? Quick, googly moogly. Yeah, Mr. Turney, I demand you disarm it this instant. Okay, disassembly complete. Why would you fucking... He could just build a bomb with sleight of hand and fucking take it apart. Okay, he's guilty for sure, but like, what the fuck? Why would you just do that? 5.3 seconds. 0.2 seconds of my personal best. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I'm not exactly a spring chicken, you know. This is an exact replica of the HH3000. No! No, 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 no! Why would you do it? It is used to practice disarming bombs. Disarm success, explosion, failure. Okay, so they make an actual bomb instead of... for testing you, instead of like, okay, if we're gonna test your skills in disarming bombs. If you fail, you fucking die. What do you mean? What the fuck kind of... what justice system is this? An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looked like. Submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Okay, are you sure? Dimensions 10... God. Should I say height? I'm trying to say 10 by 10 by 10. Weight 12 pounds. A perfect replication. Is it? Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed. Yeah, but is it an exact replica? It does not look like it. Yes, however, I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. There's a very puzzling wiring setup. It is regrettable. I could not replicate it. Witness, that's enough. There's no need to replicate anything here. Yeah, especially not a fucking bomb that blew up a courtroom yesterday. And someone died and got injured. Alright, cool. HH3000 bomb updated in court record. Yeah, can I see the bomb? And now if the defense would begin their cross-examination. Where's Miss Sykes gone to? She's under the fucking... Yeah, I can't even blame her. Athena, you can come out now. Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get to work. I guess we were pretty scared, huh? It's a fucking bomb, Phoenix. Man built a fucking bomb in the courthouse. Literally just yesterday we had to fucking deal with a bombing. What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt. Hey, put a sock in it, widget. As transparent as ever. Now, let's see. Where were we? We were at the cross-examination. Oh, cross-examination, of course. She seems disoriented. I wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine. To help her focus. Nah, she'll be fine. Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine. Nah. I'll do everything I can to help. If you can find any contradictions, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Press R when the option to consult me appears. I'll let you know where I think the suspicious statement is. Okay, so it's a hint system? Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in the bind. Why is Phoenix taking control now? Alright, it's cross-examination time. It's cross-examination time. My favorite part of Ace Attorney is when the attorney aces all over the place. When the bomb went off, I've still not let go of the fucking mobbing joke. Alright. So... as evidence... Bomb name, yeah. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting... Shit. Sorry, hold on, my iPad fell over. I saw that the bomb's timer was counting down, alright? Okay, but isn't the timer broken? It was shown that it was broken, right? Can I see it again? Yes. Yeah, it's broken. The timer's broken. So let's present the bomb. Objection! Please don't slam the table. So you say you saw the bomb's countdown. Is that right? Of course. I clearly saw it counting down to 0. And I say that you are clearly lying. What are you talking about? There is no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside the stuffed animal, okay, yeah? My goggles have X-ray vision. Mr. Tone, how can you claim to know the bomb was about to go off? When you couldn't even see the timer? Was it? Okay, I guess it makes sense that it's still inside. Ah, but that's... What? No! Oh boy. That does seem like a glaring inconsistency, indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? He's obviously guilty, your honor. His name is Ted Tonate. Well, Ooh, that was great, Mr. Wright. Does Athena Sykes' name mean anything? Found a contradiction right off the bat. Always remember, Athena, when you find an inconsistency in the witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret. Whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. And pointing out every contradiction we find is the best way to do it, right, boss? Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tonate? Well, let me see. No. There must be some kind of some mistake. Okay, why is he saying Like, he's typing out the uhs. Okay, the fucking thing is sweating. Oh, yes, of course, I remember now. The sound. I knew because of the sound. Sound? What sound? When the timer of this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Alright? Please don't demonstrate. Beep, beep, beep. It is the sound of the bomb counting down. Is he typing the ellipses too? A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that even with the bomb inside the stuffed animal, but how would you know how much time is left? I simply made a mistake. My bad. I don't know why this face makes me laugh. He looks like a fucking human minion. Objection. How in the world could you hear such a tiny little sound all the way from the gallery? Listening for the sound of a bomb's timer is an integral part of my work. I constantly undergo training so that I will never miss it. I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from so far away. Did he turn on the bomb again? What now? Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? There's a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear a bomb's timer? Jesus Christ. It's like disarming a toaster, you know? It's not like disarming a toaster, you know. Alright. Now he's just showing off. Alright, stop rebuilding the fucking bomb, please. You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear. But the only thing tiny here is your brain. Is your skill as a lawyer. Being mistrustful is not an attractive quality, you know. And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, aren't you? Is his hair gonna fucking fly off by the end of this? Or perhaps you have some proof that Mr. Tonate did not hear the sound. Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. But it's gonna be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. Right? If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why you believe that person to be Miss Woods. Yeah. Just because of the fingerprints alone, it doesn't prove it. That's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tonate happened to be there when it happened. He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb. What's this now? Okay, why didn't you bring him out earlier? It happened before the trial started. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. Okay, and you just let her near it? We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of the trial. Looking for a chance to get at the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in that lobby. The goal was surely to rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch. What remote switch? Where's the remote switch? The remote switch? Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. Yeah, why is this only being shown to us now? It's been missing ever since the incident. Okay, fair point. Missing remote switch. Okay, so does he still have the fucking switch on him? He fucking better not. Missing remote switch added to the court record. A switch that starts the time bomb's countdown. It was stolen just before the blast and is now missing. I am partially to blame. I left the bomb and remote on top of the transport case. They were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. Okay, that would be decisive evidence, but we don't have that evidence. Where is it? The defendant then used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer. Okay, well then, where the fuck is the remote with her fingerprints on it? Produce it. Produce that evidence. You're making an assumption. That's totally baseless. Oh no, I assure you it's quite base. How could you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby? The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. What about the timer? The only time it was out... Why did I say timer? The remote. The only time it was outside the case was in that lobby, alright? Therefore, it was the one and only opportunity anyone had to meddle with it. Someone other than Mr. Tone could have opened the case and taken the bomb out. Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see this number here? Is that your number? L10015R. That is my identification number. Right. And I have the only key that can open the case. Is it actually yours, though? The case Tone and Detective Arm transported the bomb in. Tone has the key. Okay, just because you have the key doesn't mean it is your identification number. It could still be Arm's. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjecture. It's baseless conjecture. Oh no, I assure you it's quite base. You have no proof that it was Mrs. Woods who stole the remote switch. And by that same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. Okay? So, innocent because of lack of evidence? But what I do have is a piece of evidence that proves the defendant handled the bomb. No, you have... Ah, the tail! No, you have proof that the 5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 deciseconds, right? The defense's advantage lasts a mere 5 minutes. That doesn't mean they handled a bomb, that just means she handled the doll. Talk about a wrong hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. It appears we will have to hear from the defendant herself once more. I wholeheartedly agree, Your Honor. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand. I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright. I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. Guess there's no hiding from her, huh? Don't worry. I know we need her testimony. But if anyone picks on her again, they'll pay. Because she's already at anger level 1. Don't worry. I'll stop the proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there's just one more thing, Mr. Wright. Is it? Me? Yes? Dismantling bombs is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. Okay. Fucking so many red flags this Tone has been fucking setting. Grr, this guy's hiding something. I just know it. Now, if you will excuse me. But then it's like, I don't know why he would do it. Bailiff, please go out... Hui. Please go out to the lobby and bring back the defendant. Alright, they're preparing my order now. Junie! Hi, Athena. She looks even worse off than before. Don't worry, Junie. We're here for you. Thanks, Athena. And I'll do my best, too. You blew up the court because you bear resentment against the courts, correct? No, of course not. What's that you say? I can barely hear you. I haven't done anything wrong. This prosecutor's scary. What an impudent little girl. Stop acting innocent and tell the truth. This is getting ugly. You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courthouse. Admit it. That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice was, isn't that right? Mr. Wright, can I go give that prosecutor a smack? What? Of course not. Do we have to review Court Matters 101 again? Jesus Christ, has this happened before? You can't let a creep that bullies innocent girls like this go off so easily. I haven't forgotten about how he treated you. Don't worry about me. Just help Junie. Was that part of her flashback? Are we gonna get a flashback to her case? Her heart's crying out. She's so scared. So very scared. Looks like Athena's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing. Oh, great. So we got fucking, like, what? Are they secretly cousins? Are Justice and Athena secretly cousins? One can see really good. One can hear real good. There's also another cousin that can smell real good, and then one that can taste real good, and then one that can feel real good. Like, what the fuck is this? Alright. It sounds like this time, it's the voice of Miss Wood's heart. Don't deny it. You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you? Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Badgering the witness? Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant, yeah? Yes, Miss Woods. Does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman. Ah, but don't you know, Your Honor? There is no more a gentleman in this world than I. As if a gentleman or a gentleman would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win. Athena! How dare you call me a gentleman such as I, a rude ruffian? Oh my god. I don't even know that I attend a manners class every Saturday. I'm more than just a mere gentleman. I'm the gentleman. Not when you're terrorizing a young lady or not. I demand my money back from that manners class if I were you. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but it is kind of fun to watch. Mr. Payne, that will be enough. Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Miss Woods, please share with the court what you were doing when the bomb went off. Oh, I was about to say she has gloves, but they're fingerless. When the bomb went off, right? Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off. And rubble started falling. It fell on top of me. Wait, did it actually fall on top of you? Like, she could be injured, for all we know. Junie's clearly in pain, being forced to recall the bombing like this. She can't even get her words out. This is gonna work. So, what now? Hey, wait a minute! Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, you can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Athena's power. You can hear it, can't you, Athena? The cries of Miss Wood's heart. Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared. I think she could collapse at any second. Really? Okay. Athena has a unique ability. Yeah, I know, she can hear real good. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In essence, she could sense how a person is really feeling from the tone of their voice. So fucking Apollo could see real good. She can hear real good. You know, I just realized, is Trucy gonna be in this game? It's true, see? Psych. Thought I wasn't gonna make a Trucy joke. Sorry. So, like, are they cousins? Guess it's all up to Athena and her special ability now. Apollo and Athena. Oh my god, I just pieced it together. God damn it. Alright, here we go. Athena, I want you to use the analytical psychology you studied. And listen to the testimony of Miss Wood's heart. Okay, boss. I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying analytical psychology. Off Gens, let's do this. I probably have not fucking pronounced that correctly. Alright, here we go. Is everyone just not gonna... So your holographic thingamabob can show us how Miss Sykes is feeling, right? What year are we in? In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and the images that I picked up on just now while listening to her testimony, I can enter all of that into Widget and use the mood matrix to analyze them. Mood matrix? Alright. Ah yes, the 4 moods. happy, distressed, angry, surprise. These mood markers here reflect fluctuations in Junie's emotions. When she feels happy or is enjoying the memory, the happy marker will light up. When she feels angry or frustrated, the anger marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. But when she feels surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know, right? So with your special ability and Widget's mood matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology. Whoa, technology! Alright. Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up on some kind of discord or noise in Junie's heart. Noise level 100%. See here? This is what noise looks like in the mood matrix. It's a result of inconsistencies between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Wood's true testimony. Alright, here we go. Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. Surprise. When the bomb went off. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I like how they bring back the 2D art for this. And rubble started falling. He fell on top of me. Okay, that's weird. Why is she happy? Like, happy she survived? Okay. I think I have a good grasp on Ginny's emotional state now. This power of Athena's is incredible. I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the content of her testimony. What? Already? Yeah, this one. It fell on top of me. Look at this. When she says it fell on top of me, the happy marker is reacting. Well, look at that. That is odd. There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. You just need to do some digging, alright? When you find an unexpected emotion, you'll first need to pinpoint Q it, alright? And then select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the 4 mood markers with space, alright? Got it, cool. So, Q. Got it! Alright. We can click on it. I thought we had to use space. Widget is registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rebel falling on her. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. What, like happy she survived? Miss Woods. As the rebel was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy? What? That's right. The feeling of happiness is spreading throughout June's heart. Keep going on this point, and I bet Ginny will start to calm down. Great. Let's hear what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled. I tripped. And then rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. But then, where did he get the yarn from? Apollo came and rescued me. Oh, okay, that's why she's happy. Oh, you think she'd also be a little sad that Apollo got super injured? Apollo? What, does she have a crush on Apollo? She does. He used his own body to shield me from the rubble. Okay, oh, obviously. Fucking, does she have a crush on Apollo? I say, after she said Apollo saved her life, she's happy that Apollo saved her life, and she's currently knitting a fucking, I'm assuming a scarf, maybe, with fucking pink hearts on it, like, red with pink hearts on it, like, fucking... So that's when he sustained those injuries. How do you feel, Junie? Did talking about Apollo give you some courage? Yes. Apollo is just like the sun, strong and bright and warm. Like the god Apollo is like the god of the sun, right? Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis. And see? The coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Athena. 50%, alright. Looks like we were able to draw out some new testimony. Hehe, pretty neat, huh? Alright, this is interesting. But there's still some noise left, meaning there's still some discord in Junie's heart. I guess we'll have to keep going then. Let me input new information and update the mood matrix, and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right? When I find an unexpected emotion, I should first pinpoint cue it. Great, now Phoenix is breaking the fourth wall. That's right. And then you select it from the mood markers with space, or fucking the mouse, like I did, alright? If we could find the reason for the discord in the heart, then we should be able to draw even more testimony out, alright? Even more new testimony out, shit. Info update, alright, here we go. I tried to run, but I was too slow. Before I could get away, the bomb went off, alright? I was so startled, I tripped and rubble started falling on me. I thought I was done for. Info update, alright? But then Apollo came and rescued me. Okay, was it the stress because Apollo was injured? It has to be because Apollo was injured, right? Got it! It's gotta be the sadness, because she got injured. You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you? Yes. I was really happy. But was there also something you felt sad about at the same time? Phoenix! Apollo is fucking dying. He probably lost an eye. Of course she's sad. He got hurt protecting her. Like, it's not rocket science, Phoenix. Even I'm able to fucking piece it together, and I'm stupid when it comes to fucking reading people's emotions. The reason I ask is, when you were describing how you were rescued, I sensed a little sadness too. Oh, I think it's probably because of Bumrap Riney. What? Bumrap Riney? Well, what do you know? Something new. That's right. I brought my stuffed animal, Bumrap Riney, to watch the trial with me. Bumrap Riney and Pony Fanti are brothers. Oh, so the tail could have been from that one and not this one. Who knew that the legal world would inspire a whole line of merchandise? Yep, Phoenix Wright did. So did. I had Bumrap Riney with me while I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I lost him as I was running away. My poor Riney, the victim of that terrible bomb. You do realize Apollo was injured, so it wasn't because Apollo was injured, because you lost your fucking stuffed animal. Oh, I know! You can see what he looks like in this poster. Yeah, same tail. It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. No more bum raps. Pony Fancy and Bumrap Riney, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but why an elephant and a rhinoceros? Mr. Wright, I don't sense any discord in Junie's heart anymore. Alright. Well, this is an interesting addition. So I guess that means we managed to draw out all of her testimony. Are they gonna mix and match all the different mini games? Because if so, that would be very interesting. And it'd definitely add a lot more to this game. That's right. I'll just have to make an update with the new info and we'll have the whole picture. So you think our new testimony will help? Absolutely. I don't know what I would have done without you, Athena. So Bumrap Riney was in that courtroom when the bomb went off. Now that we know that, it changes the meaning of the other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it, alright? At the right statement. Okay, so it's that, right? Tail seems to be in one piece, but that was taking a picture of before, alright? I was watching the gallery with Bumrap Riney. I tried to run, but it's too slow. So is pressing gonna still be a thing in this game? Oh, maybe it's the tail. Duh. It's the tail, right? Objection! It's the tail, because the tail looks exactly the same. Miss Woods, I know this trial's been very hard for you. But you can relax now. You're without a doubt innocent. Oh yeah, the badge. We never got an opportunity to present it yet. Mr. Wright, what wild assertion are you making now? My wild assertion is simply this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail the defendant's fingerprints were found on wasn't that of Phony Fancies. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Bumrap Riney. What? What nonsense is that? I could see they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino, they're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor. But are they really so different? Both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace through law. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They're both gray, for example. Anyway, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion is to be true. Yeah, it's the tail. May I direct the court's attention here? You'll clearly see how the two got mixed up. The tail. Take that. Well, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same. Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based on entirely different animals. But the design of the tails is exactly the same. There you go. It's flipped off. God, they're still doing the same poses, too. Order in the court. As long as the possibility exists that the tail belongs to Bumrap Riney, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsubstantiated. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne? Oh, yes, of course, Your Honor. Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright! You turned things right around! Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long. I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you have some serious investigating ahead of you. Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Let's reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned. That's it? That's the whole court? I feel like there's gonna be a part 2 soon. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna add subtitles to maybe the next game? No, not next game. When we finish the next trilogy. Like, after this trilogy, if we pick up the Great Defense... What was it? The Great Ace... Oh my god, I was about to say Detective. Great Ace Attorney series. I'm probably going to add subtitles again. December 17, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Is this the same day? That was so exciting, boss! We did it! True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment. True to form? Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you for everything you're doing. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out. You really got brave at the end. Just when we needed you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Alright? Well, you were the ones who gave me that courage, Athena. Really? Thanks. To be honest, what is this face? To be honest, was I any help at all? Of course. Without you, we would have never gotten out of that tight spot. That's good to hear. I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm gonna give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner. That's what I'd like to hear. Analytical psychology. The ability to solve riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is really beginning to shine through now. Hey, where's Apollo anyway? Oh, is that why she has a moon earring? Goddess Athena, Goddess of the Moon? Good question. I almost forgot about him. Is he in the hospital? I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby. No, he's in the hospital. Oh, I know. Maybe he's still in the courtroom, in courtroom number 4. Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion? When I came out of the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bumrap Riney. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then, Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so we went to take a look together. Huh. I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. So you went looking for Riney together before you were called back into courtroom number 5? Oops. Yes. I had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into courtroom, number 5, to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. I think Apollo might have figured something out. I wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence? Anyway, we better go get him. Good idea. Alright. Okay, good. They're preparing my order now. Okay, I was scared that they're gonna cancel it again. December 17, 12:11 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 4. Alright. Hello, Apollo. Okay, anime cutscene. Did he pass out? We're pretty upbeat after a bombing. Yeah, what did you guys expect to happen? Of course he was gonna fucking collapse. You guys left him alone. Did he trip? Or did his wounds catch up with him? No one attacked him, right? To be continued, alright? Immediately, because it's not break time yet. Dual Destinies, alright. God, this is... Man, this is the first time a child has, like, 2 parts, huh? December 18, 9:34 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 5. God, that is slow. Was it always that slow? It feels a little slow, doesn't it? Can I speed up the text a little bit? Alright, defendant number 5, alright. Phoenix. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of the trial to start. God, it's so slow. But given how things ended yesterday... Good morning. The mood sure is tense. Not that it's any surprise. Oh, hey. Did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news. Someone spotted the abominable snowman way up in the mountains. Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Athena. It might just show up in the forest where you live, Junie. I just noticed that Widget also shows matches her emotions, huh? So you better watch out, okay? She's just trying to lighten the mood in her own way. You should really read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice. Justice like Apollo justice? Oh my fucking god! No! Justice. Huh? Oh, poor Apollo. It's all my fault. Tina! Jenny, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. God, this has like 3D, it has 3D assets, anime, like actual animated cutscenes, and like fucking the 2D art. God, there's like a ton of, and it honestly, even though it goes and bleeds into like all 3 of those different styles, it still works. Kind of goes to show how good good and like recognizable the designs in this game is, in the series is, huh? It was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's gonna pull through. It was still quite a shock to stumble onto a scene like that. Okay, so it was the bomb guy, right? Bomberman. Is Miss Woods alright, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying, and she's resting on the sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Poor Junie. She believes the reason that Apollo was attacked, she believes that it's because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. Oh? Guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you? I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who study analytical psychology are great at times like these. Are you? After all, they've learned how to control their own emotions too. Yeah, yesterday brings that into question. Somehow, I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Paul doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah. He can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in the courtroom before, or who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to that hit to the head he took. Oh god. The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took to the head. There we go. Assaulted in a court of law, and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels. It's the fucking second game all over again for Apollo. Except now he's a side character in his own game. But who in the world would do such a thing? Huh, Mr. Wright? Grr. Just wait until I get my hands on the coward who hurt Apollo. Did she say our Apollo? Yeah, our Apollo. Now, Athena. I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. You just focus on helping out Miss Woods, okay? But I admit, I'm just as upset as you. Oh, okay, boss. You're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I better check out the court record one more time before the trial starts. Earth to Mr. Wright. I'm ready whenever you are. Alright, let's get ready to rumble. There's no new evidence. You bet! Alright, here we go. With everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. Can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right. For Miss Wood's sake, and Apollo's too. December 18th, 9:50 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 5. Is it really that slow? I really like the opening animation though. Day 2, court is now in session. All rise. Alright, here we go. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods. The prosecution's ready, Your Honor. The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Sorry, I had to crack my back real quick. I'm gonna check on my food, see when it's gonna get here. It might end up getting here early. Estimated time arrival, 4:50. Alright. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question? I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor. I must say, I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed. Jesus Christ. I apologize, Your Honor. Aha! Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. Fuck. There's a separate matter, however, that I'd like to bring up during this trial. Is it about Apollo? A separate matter, you say? And what might that be? I assume you are all aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I'm speaking, of course, of the assault of Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4. Uh-oh. Why is he bringing that up? Yes, what a truly harrowing spirit it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice. At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods. He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he? The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault. God damn it. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, that incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault on Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial. Ah, but I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. This is the location in courtroom number 4 where the conscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detective Army's body is found. Did I just say Army's? Arm's body is found. Got it. The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice? Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne? I believe Mr. Justice found something in that court while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing. You mean he found some incriminating evidence? Precisely. And so I surmise that the defendant picked up the piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice in the back of the head in order to silence him. Okay, her voice sounds familiar, but I can't piece it together. It kind of sounds like Akane from Danganronpa, but I could be wrong. It's either Akane or Ibuki. Jeannie would never do such a thing. She was devastated when we found Apollo hurt like that. Miss Sykes, please control your outburst. Ahem. It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Miss Justice's assault, we will draw even ever closer to the truth of the court bombing itself. Very well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charges of assaulting Mr. Justice. What? Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday, I think Apollo might have figured something out. Wonder what it was. He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Right? Maybe the two incidents really are related after all. I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand. Alright. Are you gonna start fucking badgering her immediately again? Oh no, not again. I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop. Miss Woods. Was she still really upset about Apollo? Miss Woods, you went into the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not? Yes, I did. Good, good. If you would, then please testify to the court what happened to the court. Alright, here we go. Alone with Apollo. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and we went into the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Okay. Did they check in the other courtroom then? Because they would have seen Apollo was still conscious then. Apollo insisted on staying behind in the courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person? So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell. What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature. He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo could be really nice too. God damn it, Athena. I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one out. Good lord. But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins? I think Apollo might have figured something out. Something? What kind of something? Something to do with the courtroom bombing kind of something, I think. Oh ho! New evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big kind of something indeed. I believe so. I mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away. Just as I thought. There is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor. What lie is that? When she learned Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence. No. I never... Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence. We found proof of her foul deed there in the courtroom ruins. What? Where was this? What on earth? Where the fuck was this? We didn't see this. What? It's photoshopped, Your Honor. We were the first ones to discover the body. We didn't see this shit here. Do you see it? There. In front of Mr. Justice's right hand. Oh my god, it really is calling back to the second game. Didn't the second game also open with something like this, with a fake dying message? Witness the message he left us. It's written in blood. W-O-O-D-S. Why isn't that... That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in the capital letters. What? Submit that Mr. Justice left us with the name of his attacker before he fainted. Alright. But we didn't see it. No, that can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name? Mr. Wright, enough of him leaving that message. Why would he do that? What? Okay, clearly he didn't, first of all. And second of all, I didn't notice that the color of this changed when... I mean, I noticed that widget changed emotion-wise, but I didn't know this color changed as well. That's pretty cool. Hey, don't take it out on me! I don't understand any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday... Okay, so there was no dying message. Apollo! No. Ah, alright. We didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as security heard Athena scream, they ran in and cordoned off the area. You didn't see the fucking message, like, literally to the fucking right of him? How did you miss that one? All three of you. After that, they were in the courtroom number 4 the whole time, with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves, and had to leave everything to the police. Still, I never thought they would have found some bloody writing there. How did we miss it? Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Was there something blocking our way? Like... Okay. During the trial yesterday, yeah. I was overcome with the coughing, alright. Alhama stayed with me. Okay, so we can still press, alright. This together, okay. Why? Why exactly did he go into the courtroom ruins? We went to look for my medicine. To stop my coughing. Your medicine? Is it in the doll? Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4? I dropped it in the heat of the moment. So you brought your medicine and your... Like, is it like... Do you have asthma? Did she bring her asthma medication and her... Like, is it called an inhaler? Did she bring her inhaler... Well, which makes sense. And her stuffed animal? Did she put it in the stuffed animal? Bumrap Riney. He was keeping my medicine safe for... Oh, she fucking did. God damn it. He has a little compartment that I can put things in, you see? Like the other doll, right? If only Fanty has the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted. I had to put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bumrap Riney. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rubble in there. I was worried, but... There was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So, when we got inside, Apollo went straight there, alright? No rubble in front of the witness stand, so... We can assume that this is rubble. Dying message here. Okay, dying message is pretty far, huh? Dying message is pretty far away. I say dying message, just message. Message is pretty far away from the arm, huh? At least in the diagram. I started looking for my writing in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me, in spite of all of his injuries. Apollo's so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest. The way she makes him sound, you'd think Apollo was some kind of ancient god. I mean, technically he is. Oh wait, yeah. God damn it. For fuck's sake. So that's why he went to the ruins, I see. It seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony, Miss Woods. Alright? Okay. So this is the witness stand. I mean, there's a ton of rubble here. Do we present this? Objection! So we started this search with the witness stand, you say? That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room? He was being so brave. And strong. But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been capable of that. But he was! And he still is. Man, look it, but he is really brave. And kind, too. But not strong. He's injured. No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. Yeah, obviously. What you're claiming is something that no one should be able to do. Should have been able to do. But I should think that anyone could be brave and kind if they wanted to be, Mr. Wright. True, anyone could be brave and kind. But if you would please take a look at this diagram. With the courtroom in this state, how was it possible to walk up to the witness stand? I mean, it's right there. Oh! I see your point. The rubble blocks off access to the area around the witness stand. Does it? Does such a tiny inconsistency even matter? Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it. Wait, no, I'm not sure it matters. A real man doesn't make mountains of molehills, you know. But that's precisely what Mr. Wright does best. I call slander, Your Honor. Jesus Christ. So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say, it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from just this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene? Let me see, Your Honor. Actually... yes, I have one more. Here it is. It's a more pulled back version of the photo I presented before. Okay. This wasn't here before. Okay, and that looks a little farther now. Okay. Updated. Cool. Huh? What's that hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in that photo Mr. Tonate's bomb transport case? That's right. Is there some problem? Yes. The transport case was there in courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. It must have been there ever since. Oh, that's it. Miss Woods, have you remembered something? Yes. I just realized. Its position. It's different from before. Its position? Position of what? The case. The position of that big metal thing. The bomb transport case? Yes. When Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was open space, so it's easy to search the stand. I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it? As I recall, I think it was more to the right. To the right? Then that means... In that case, the case was over there in the time of Apollo's attack? Who cares what the transport case was? What difference does it make? It has nothing at all to do with what we were talking about. Objection, right? Where the transport case has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear. What? Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. And you sound as though And you sound as though you know where the case was at the time of the attack. Yes, Your Honor. This diagram represents the crime scene as shown in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. Alright, I have this. The bomb transport case was here at the time of Apollo's attack, alright? To the right, so like right here. Take that! Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's... inconceivable! Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it? Yes. Yes, that's where it was. Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noted an interesting fact about this position. The transport case covers up the writing in blood. Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which leaves us to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing. Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying. The fact that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice is proved by more than Miss Wood's case testimony alone. Whoops. What's this proof you're talking about? It's right here in the crime photo. I'm keen to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright. Alright. Okay. Oh, the tire marks! I see it. The tire treads. Now I see it. Do we point out the tire treads or the tires? Okay. It has to be the tire treads, right? I'm gonna have to go and grab my food. It's already here. Tire treads? Take that! It's the tire treads, right? Please take a look at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here. Okay, thank God. Alright. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go grab my food real quick. See here, I'm assuming the music's still playing in the background, so you guys don't just have nothing. Alright, be right back. It is playing, okay. think I'll go into like 10-ish minutes, so we'll go beyond 10 minutes before we go on break. Or like an official break, so I can get some food and thing. So... thinking when this hits like 5:15 maybe? Let's just continue. Alright. Please take a look at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here. I see it. But what is it? This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. Then after Mrs. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved. What? Just as Miss Woods said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood. No! Alright. You did it, boss! It was a real nail-biter, but you pulled it off. Yep, that should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards. Order in the court! Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction. Ah, it was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that! Boss, I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming off of you. Ugh. I have just one question, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If Mr. Justice didn't leave this message in blood, then who did? Huh? The assailant. What? Oh. Well. It looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station. Well. I've heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it? This feeling. It brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin. Gee, Mr. Wright. The judge kinda makes you sound no better than a 2-bit con man. You made your argument with such confidence, Mr. Wright. Now I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence. Hey, until the judge asked the question, you didn't catch on either, Buster. What now, boss? I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner. Think, Phoenix, think! Think, Phoenix, think! There must be a way through this. Alright. I have to dig my way out of the truth to the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in blood? The culprit. Obviously. If Apollo didn't leave that bloody writing, maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it and made it look like Apollo did it. That seems the most reasonable explanation. But wait a minute! I just realized something, boss! What is it? Look at the amount of blood in the photo. It doesn't look like Apollo bled very much. I wonder if it's even possible to write out Woods with just this much. Hey, you're right! Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That might be a factor in the way he survived and why he solved the assault. What the fuck did they just say? I think that might have been a factor in why he survived the assault. What the fuck came out of my mouth? I'm sorry, I just processed... What the fuck I just... like, I don't know, gibberish just fucking came out of my mouth. I don't understand why. And since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out his attacker, huh? I guess so. But if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could have been? Who else could have written that message in blood? Okay, someone else then? It wasn't Apollo who could have left the bloody message. Oh, fuck me dead. Alright, who else could it have been? Maybe Ted Tonate, the literally only other named character in this fucking game? It has to be Ted Tonate. Like, there's no one else. Take that. It's Ted Tonate. This person left the bloody writing? And what do you base this claim on? Nothing? Do I really need to base my claim on something? It's baseless. Fuck. Okay, so it's not that. Boss? Of course you do. Okay, well, I think this is the first time we ever fucked up. There's no way the fucking victim was still there, by the way, right? We removed the body, right? Because the only other thing, if it's not the culprit, it's not these characters. The only other likely fucking person is Candy's arm. Candace's arm, like. But her dead body still wouldn't be in the fucking rubble, like right here. It wasn't even in the rubble in the photo. Like, she has enough blood to where, yeah, I can see it, I can believe it, but like, of course you do. Don't tell me you don't have anything at all to back up your assertion. Nothing in particular, really. Don't do, Mr. Wright. But the penalty will make up for your deficiency very nicely. So it wasn't Apollo or his attacker. When you think about who was at the crime scene, there's only one other person who could really be. Oh yeah, wasn't there another person who shed blood at the crime scene? Okay, but the blood would have been dry by then. Okay, first of all, blood would have been fucking dry by then, because it's been like a day. Second, her body was there for a day and no one moved it. Alright. Fuck me, really? Candace's arm. To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. Okay, but I've come this far, there's no turning back now. Fucking has no proof for the first one. Says, we picked the fucking real option. Says I have no proof of this anyways. Alright, cool. We proceed. Besides Apollo, there's one more person who shed blood at the crime scene. A person who shed blood? You don't mean... Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace's arm who left behind this message in blood. What? What? Detective Arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really. Jesus Christ. What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If he had said the attacker left the message to throw people off, it might have made sense, yeah? But unfortunately, this is fucking Phoenix Wright. At first glance, that would seem to be the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message. Uh-oh. Ah, I see. Even the photo makes it clear there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. And Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case. But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There is no connection between the two whatsoever. And I didn't even know the lady who was killed. Yeah, I know. I admit the investigation didn't turn up any connection between the victim and defendant. Alright. Never even met each other. That's very true. Well then, let's see. Then maybe there was the intended meaning behind them. Maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be. The intended meaning? Not what it appears to be? Maybe the message was not intended to be woods? That's the... Zoom. Stoom. Leon! Okay, no. I swear to God, if it's fucking numbers, if it fucking somehow loops back to fucking being Ted tonight somehow, and Ted tonight's fucking real fucking number thing, whatever, because we're just taking his word that this is his fucking identification. For all we know, it's fucking hers. Did no one do a background check? Coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody message could have had some other meaning? Yes, Your Honor. For something I pulled out of a wormhole, it could turn out to be true, right? It clearly says woods, as anyone could plainly see. But flip it upside down. Whatever meaning could it possibly have? But Candace's arm was a detective. Maybe woods only meant something to the police. Like a police scanner code, for example. I didn't think of that. He may have tricked His Honor. but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for studying on the weekends. As you may have already guessed. Okay. Woods. It could be like... Oh, it's like a letter. Oh my god. Is it W... 2 zeros, a D, and a 5? Like, what the fuck could that mean? As you may already guess. And there is no such radio code as Woods in this state, dear Mr. Wright. Is that fact? Don't look at me. I know as much as you do about police codes. Yeah, it could be 00. So like 500DS. W00DS D5? I don't know. Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory. But if they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here. No, please wait, Your Honor. Very well, but before we discuss this theory any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of the bloody writing? Well, I believe it's... And no stalling! If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over. I'm in trouble now. Whatever meanings could it have besides the obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language? Or maybe it's a code? Think, Phoenix! Think! You could do this! Which piece of evidence would tell us what the word woods really means? Okay, is it the bomb transport case again? Okay, I already pointed it out, right? The bomb transport case? I've had it up to here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L10015R. Doesn't this string look vaguely familiar? L100? What does this have to do with anything? What could those numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand? Now please take a look at the bloody writing shown in the crime photo. Okay, W00DS. Is there more that we missed? Or wiped away? That a girl. That's the one on my side. Alright, hold on. Oh, I think I see it. There we go. Alright. It says woods. Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. The first character isn't a W. It's actually an L and a 1. Next to her actually 0. Okay, but why is there this thing here? L1. Next to her actually zeros. Oh my goodness! The true meaning behind the bloody writing isn't Miss Wood's name. It's the number engraved on this bomb transport case. What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. The next number is a 1, but the bloody writing says D. Okay, it's 1 and a... But the number on the case and the bloody writing can be made to match up quite nicely. This is how the number on the transport case can be made to match the bloody writing. Erase 2 lines. Erase 1 line. Erase 2 lines. We erase this one. Erase this one. L1. Okay, but why add the 2 lines? L1. L1, get rid of that. Get rid of that. But then that just makes me question, was there... Oh, there was! There is something else there. Oh my god, is this piece of rubble gonna come back up? Okay, now I can see it. Alright. Erase 2 lines. Please erase the third downward stroke of the W and the curved part of D. Okay, but why... Well, would you look at that? But what about where did... Okay, the culprit must have added them then. Leo? No, Your Honor. It isn't meant to be a word read as a word. It's the number L10015, which if you take away the final R, is the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case. Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Well, I could change anything into anything else by simply erasing 2 lines. What if I erase 2 lines from your name? You'd be as happy as Mr. Wright. Well, what do you say, Mr. Wright? The only right spelling is right. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here, and I think I've drawn the right conclusion. The Detective Arm's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the 2 lines were added by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people. Alright, there we go. Thank God. What? The original message Detective Arm left behind was the transport case number. But whoever sold it Apollo changed the message. Okay, how the fuck did they miss the message? How did all the detectives and all the people miss the fucking dying message of the victim? Alright. You're telling me they only now noticed it? If you're right, boss. Oh, because it was covered. Okay, never mind. I take back my claim. I take back what I was saying. I'm wrong. Okay. But what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us? Good question. Good question. Let's go ask her. What does this number represent? Do you see this number here? That is my identification number. There we go. Candace Arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could only have had one purpose. Jesus Christ. No! To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. Okay, but what was his motive? Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Wright. Tell us who she was trying to name. The culprit that the victim was trying to identify is none other than... Alright. Now it's Ted tonight. Take that, alright. The defense wishes to indict Mr. Ted Tonight on the charge of courtroom bombing. Okay, of the courtroom bombing. Jesus Christ, I can't read. Ted Tonight? Apparently disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tonight's only specialty. Somehow the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used Mr. Tonight's own ID number to finger him for the crime. Why would anyone go out of the way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name? Name would be obvious. He's got a good point there. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright? Or maybe it's not his real name? Ted Tonight is a pretty obvious name, but it's this game, so... That only Detective Arm would know the answer to that. But allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Mr. Tonight's name in the heat of the moment. But she remembered the ID number? As I recall, this was the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other. Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit. Thus lowering the odds they would erase the bloody writing. But no matter what the reason is, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains, she wrote Mr. Tonight's ID number. Jesus Christ, I can't read. Now just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Mr. Arm, Detective Arm, who wrote it. Jesus Christ, I can't read. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If Detective Arm had left a message, it would have been found at the time. Not if it was covered. Naturally, Mr. Tonight hid it before anyone else could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so. What? Mr. Tonight was able to cover the message up because he's... first one to find the body? I guess that's it. The first person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tonight himself. I was the first one on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. When Mr. Tonight saw that the victim had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover up the writing as a stopgap measure. Right? Oh, So that's why the message was under the transport case. He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So his letters lived on to serve another function, where Mr. Tone used them in another incident. Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice! Exactly. Mr. Tone hit upon a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes. So he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it, by adding 2 lines to the writing that Detective Arm left behind. He changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack. So that means the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tonate. Right? God! Right? I sounded like a fucking Pokemon. Jesus Christ. Order in the court. Order, I say. It looks like we'll have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tone take the witness stand. Yes, Your Honor. That was great, Mr. Wright. Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the seat of my pants. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. I've finally drawn Mr. Tone back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart. Alright. We've hit 2 hours. I kinda wanna start eating dinner real quick. Let's take a mini break so I can eat some dinner. Let me alt tab out. We'll get the OST up. And then we'll have to skip this ad. Alright. Where's the timer? Focus. Boom. I will have that up as well. So I got myself like a burrito from Chipotle as well as some chips. It's a steak burrito, by the way. Been trying to cut down on like the cream cheese and stuff. Alright. Boom. There we go. There's a timer. Alright. They didn't add guacamole to it. Oh, nope, there it is. It's just on the side. pretty good. Chips are kind of plain though. I don't really taste any salt or anything for chips. If I'm being honest with you, maybe 15 minutes is too much time. Maybe 10 minutes would have been more than enough. Just wasn't sure how long it was going to take me. Is Ted tonight gonna fucking explode as his breakdown? I only now just thought of that.
minutes till break is over.
Alright. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like, okay, I used Uber Eats, and now, like, and I got the freaking notification from it earlier, but now I'm getting fucking notifications from the DoorDash. Like, it's like, are you cheating on me, you son of a bitch? Like, what the hell? Alright, 1 minute. Okay. I said the break would be 15 minutes, so it's gonna be 15 minutes. Ah, great, now I got some shit stuck in my teeth. I might just unpin and get rid of this message already. I was thinking maybe we could start episode 2, but like, I feel like it's gonna be a long one. I didn't expect this trial to be 2 parts. Since the trial is 2 parts, I might just have to split this. I think it would be better to just save the second trial, the second episode for tomorrow. Alright, there we go. Let's hop back into the game. I forgot that's not that good the game music, that's just so LST that I'm playing. Oops. Alright. Sorry. Tonate. Mr. Tonate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you. I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. Uh-huh. Obviously, clearly. The allegations are all laughable. The allegations are false, Your Honor. I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tonate. The message in your blood matches your ID number. Did they bring it back in? Alright. Did they bring it in and then put it back out? The same ID number that's there on the bomb transport case. Such a far-fetched theory. No better than a tangled ball of wires. Oh, great. Stop building and Stop, like, fucking building and fucking dismantling the bomb, goddammit. I'll have them all untangled for you in no time at all. You're the first person on the scene after Detective Army left their message in blood. You're the only who could have hidden the writing, and then used it again later. I see. But then, let me ask you, he put ×2? I see, ×2. But then, let me ask you, do you have any proof that Detective Army, I keep saying at me. I keep saying fucking at me, because I'm thinking of fucking Luke at me from the fucking 3rd game. Army. It's not even Army, it's just arm. The E is silent. Can this arm? Alright. Wrote that message. It's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright? The best way to prove that Detective Arm wrote that message is to... Sorry, it was like shining into my eye. Analyze the DNA? Your Honor, I request a DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Once we know whose it is, it will be obvious as to who wrote the message. Well, that sounded not fast. Very well. Bailiff, please put a request for a DNA test with the forensics team. Yes, Your Honor. It'll be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness. I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is. Alright. After the explosion. Alright, here we go. I admit, I was the first one on the scene after the explosion, but there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there is no way Detective Arm could have written it. She struck her head on the rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found. You could have moved the body, now that I think about it. So you're saying that the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was. Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it. It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance of the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo. Alright. As you can see, there's blood on the rubble near the victim's body. Right? Maybe the rubble was moved as well? But then there's the timing thing. She must have died after hitting her head there. Okay. Bombing photo. Alright. I see. Alright then, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Right. Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart? Okay, here we go. After the explosion, alright. An explosion, but there was no bloody writing up there at the time. Anyway, there was no way Detective Arm could have written it. She had struck her head on the rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. Shot on the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object, right? Oh, yeah, that's pointed, not flat. Alright. Right? Right? Because the blood, if it was on the flat surface, the blood would be here. Maybe a little bit up here, but mainly here. But with the way it looks, it's like she would have hit, like, the point of it. I was thinking maybe it's the autopsy report, but I don't know what. And I'm like, oh, flat object. Okay, yeah. Is it that? Because I thought it was something else earlier and I was wrong. Objection. You're a terrible liar, Mr. Tonate. Take a look at this autopsy. Specifically, the part about Arm's head injury. Can't wait for this to get updated. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head, caused by impact with a flat object. Yes? What about it? Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubber. It's sharp and pointed. Okay, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointing. Uh-oh. Just, I hear, like, the bomb about to go off. Just like your hair. That's odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction? I believe it means that the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance. Are you claiming that the culprit moved the victim's body? That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location, most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, she definitely could have written the message. Your Honor, I have results of the bloodstain analysis. Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood. And as the defense claims, only parts of the message were added afterwards. Were written in Mr. Justice's blood, alright? It would appear that the defense's assertion was correct after all. Alright. Yes, you did it! You were right, boss. Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later. Or we could look at it now, because this might end up being important. Woods. It has to be this missing piece. Is it going to be on a piece of rubble? Specifically the one Apollo was hit with? Because that's the only thing I can think of. Is he fucking writing the groan sounds? Mr. Tonate, it is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. Hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself. Alright, looks like my roommate's awake. Alright, hold on. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna turn up the game volume again. Alright, 40. Let's get that up to 40, like how it usually is. Actually, I don't think I need to turn down the game volume that much when I stream. And my roommate's asleep. I don't think I need to turn it down that much. If anything, I might need to turn it down. Alright, let's continue. Fine, I will confess. Alright, hold on, give me a minute. You will? But then why are you so calm? This time I'll tell the truth. Okay, great, now what? Witness testimony. Said no one ever? The truth. It is true that Detective Arm wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote L101, oh my god, 10015R. I was shocked. But I did not detonate the bomb. The Detective Arm must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Now wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad. You're bad? You covered up evidence. And it's just you're bad. I'm innocent, believe me. I just covered up evidence. I see. So your assertion that you merely moved the body, is that it? No, he tampered with the crime scene, Your Honor! That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arm. I did not hit her. I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, well, if that's all you did, then... Wait a minute! That in of itself is a criminal act. Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor. Yeah, thank you. Very well, then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright. Alright. There is no R. Wait. There is no R. I did not hit her. I did not hit her. There's no R. I just connected the dots. Okay. I forgot about the R. Present. Alright. Present this. Objection! It's this, right? The Apollo thing? Apollo dying message? I just want to make doubly sure that L10015R is really what you saw written in blood. Yes, it very clearly said L10015R. But that's odd, because that's not what I see. What on earth are you babbling on about? Wasn't it you who claimed that the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place? Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now tell me, does it really say L10015R? Oh, God, the bomb's about to blow, man. Stop doing that. Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Tonate? Oh, right. Now I remember. There was no R on the end. It was just a slipped up finger. My bad. Come back! My beautiful contradiction! Mr. Wright, I'm not sure it was just a simple slip of the finger. You have something for me, Athena? I sense that he's extremely agitated. Almost panicked. I mean, yeah, he does look... Yeah? I don't think you need your fucking super hearing to see that. Dude's about to fucking bomb the whole place right now. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake. I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? What about that R? Did Mr. Tone really see it? Okay, I guess he really did see it. Maybe Mr. Tone really did see the R. There's no R, you could see it right here. R on the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Now that I take another good look at the photo, I think maybe... That's it! What is it now, Mr. Wright? Are you trying to imitate Apollo and his cords of steel? I've got it. So that's what happened. A slip of the finger. Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose that Mr. Tone really did see the letter R. But the photo clearly shows that there is no R. No, Your Honor. Actually, it's just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Tone actually could have seen the R. If you're going to make that claim, then you'd better be able to point out what you mean. Alright. Which part of the photo shows that Mr. Tone could have seen the R? Yeah, like right here, right?
Take that!
Take that! The R on the keyboard. Please look here to the right of the 5. Do you see a little bit of red? Oh, I see it. Just on the edge of where the floor is broken up. That's the arm that Mr. Tonate saw.
Objection!
It's true that the witness wears some very odd goggles, but that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
Objection!
But what Mr. Tonate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there, before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Oh well, that explains it. Huh? Can you explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order. Oh! Shit, she wasn't exploded! She must have been killed before the bombing. Or at least attacked before the bombing, had her head bleed. He wrote the dying message, he came back in to check in on things, and then he did the alterations. And then he called it in. Alright. Yep, that's because the way it really went down... That's because... Wait. Hold on. Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of the R was written turns everything about this case around. And that's what it's all about. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when was the right message written? Before the explosion, alright? With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that... Alright, my roommate's awake now. We can only conclude that it was written before the explosion. But that's ridiculous! If that were true, it overturns your own premise. That's right. It does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred. Alright, yeah? Order! Order in the court! What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
Objection!
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. Really? She was killed before? That way, it could have been made to look like she was the victim of the blast. What? It sounds like we better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial? Let's see. According to the police report... Ah, here it is! One person saw the victim before the trial. And that person was... Ted Tonate. Wait, what? No one besides Mr. Tonate saw the victim? It appears to be the case, Your Honor. Is he writing the ellipses? I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Tonate's words from yesterday. It was when Detective Arm and I was transporting the bomb. Jesus Christ. Oh my! Mr. Tonate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime. Courtroom number 4. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tonate. We wish to hear what he has to say of his about his whereabouts just before the trial. Mr. Tonate, your testimony, please. My testimony? There's no need for... He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. You must have hit the nail on the head. Because all I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. I already told you. Blast this thing. I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. Alright, he's about to set the bomb off by doing that. I swear, I was only transporting the bomb there.
Objection!
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Objection!
Tisk tisk. Do you always leave yourself so open to attacks, Mr. Wright? What now, Mr. Payne? Yes, Mr. Tonate may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm, but an important piece of your assertion is missing. What important piece? The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim? Okay, that's a good point. I was gonna say the motive. We still don't know the motive, and we still don't know the murder weapon. Mr. Payne has a point. Even if Mr. Tonate had the chance, without a weapon, he couldn't. We can't accuse him of the crime. Well, Mr. Tonate? Oh, yes, that's right. Okay. I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. The bomb. Smacked her on the head with the bomb. I couldn't possibly kill Detective Arm. Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena? Just looking over the victim's autopsy report, I was hoping there's something there here that could point us in the right direction. That's like a broad time of death, huh? Flat object. It was the remote! Please tell me it's not actually the remote. Well, it does say she died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object. Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you would need is a flat surface, right? A heavy, blunt object with a flat surface. Could definitely be our murder weapon. Well, Mr. Wright, could you indict for the court what was used to kill Detective Arm? I believe I can. Believe being the key word here. Okay, is it the floor or the wall? You can! What voice would I give him?
You can't?
I don't know. What did Mr. Tonate have oh my god. What did Mr. Tonate have that could have been used as a murder weapon? I'm trying to figure out what voice Tonate could have, too. Bomb transport case. Smacked her head against it. What would be... It's either that or it's the bomb. Either one could work, if I'm being completely honest with you. It needs to be a flat surface, right? Either smack them against the bomb transport case or the floor or something, or it's the bomb. I'm going bomb first. Mr. Tonate, you say you didn't have anything that could be used as a murder weapon, but in fact, you had the perfect thing. Hold on. Okay, let's combine like two things, because I don't want to just give him the plain Virgil voice. Alright. Just fucking double nasally. We cover up the nose, and then we fucking just keep our fucking tongue and give ourselves a lisp. Alright, here we go.
What? What in the devil are you talking about?
God. You had this, Jesus Christ, that just... Oh boy. Just fucks up my ears. Alright. That's the bomb! I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast. No, they were murdered with the bomb blast. No. But I believe Candace Arm was killed by this bomb. Oh, for fuck's sake. That could have gone so wrong with how fucking sensitive this bomb is. Okay. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. God! Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of the head caused by the impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when she hit her head to hit. Oh my god. When her head hit the floor. But a blow to any flat side of the bomb would produce the exact same pattern wound pattern. Jesus Christ. Okay, you should probably not be slamming the bomb against the courtroom the stand, man. What's on him?
Then show me some proof. Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb?
God, the voice is awful. Ah! He's right. I don't have anything decisive.
Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be the safer proof.
God, okay.
But too bad, the bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone.
Stop slamming the bomb!
Boom! Game over, yeah!
Boom, game over, yeah. Just right. Is there nothing on the bomb in the photo? I don't see any blood or anything. Wait, the timer display is a little broken here. Maybe it was broken when it made contact with the detective arm's head. That's definitely a distinct possibility. But unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not gonna count. I guess you're right. To send off the bomb, Tony managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? Times like these, I've got to change gears and look at things a different way. Instead of looking for things he wasn't able to hide, I should be looking for the way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tony murdered Detective Arm before the trial started, right? Then placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. Which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. And I think I have just the thing. Time to present the photo that shows exactly what Mr. Tone had to hide. Do we show the body? Or do we show... I don't know. I don't understand. Is it her? Is it this he had to hide? Take that, Your Honor. There's something we've all been overlooking. The murder took place before the trial. Then Mr. Tone would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial. Hey, you're right. If we could figure out where that hiding place was. Exactly. We might be able to find some evidence that we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tone have hidden the body during the trial? Okay, bomb transport case. Obviously, yeah. That's the only thing I can think of. Wait. A box big enough for a body. A box that was in the courtroom the whole time. A box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Tone! What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me? No. You're the one who's gonna show it to me. Come again? You heard me. Now show me what's inside that bomb transport case. What? Why? No! There's no need. I'm gone now. This was for the trial. You killed the victim with a blunt object. And then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly, you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But where was the body hidden during the trial? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. The answer's right here. Inside a box made of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact. No, that's completely false. If it is false, then you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So, let's open up and take a look inside, shall we? Hold it. Let's not. Not if you value your life. What's he up to now? Remain calm and listen carefully. Inside the bomb case is a bomb. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes. Why? What? Huh? I repeat, this HH-3000 will detonate in 5 minutes. Why? What's going on? Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial. Before this bomb goes off. Mr. Tone, are you threatening me? Hehehe. I'm the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me. But Mr. Tone, can you say that's just a training model? A fake to practice on? I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HH-3000. No, this is a model, but the model also explodes. But the HH-3000 was used to blow up the courtroom number 4, wasn't it? How do you know it was the real HH-3000 that blew up the courtroom number 4? Because it fucking blew up. Huh? The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one. One that I made. Okay, he just fucking admitted that. What? Then are we to take that as part of your confession? As a confession on your part? Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HH-3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb onto it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4. Mr. Tony, please be reasonable. Do you really expect us to believe a crazy story like that? The HH-3000 is so unique. I'd never seen anything like it. It was so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it really was the HH-3000 in there? My dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, he stole evidence. Your Honor, he is obviously guilty. He stole evidence and now he's threatening to blow up the fucking courtroom again. Your Honor, he is so guilty. So, there really is a possibility that the bomb was switched out. No, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it. So he had a real bomb with him this whole time? Yeah, I'd better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time. Order! Order in the court! No, I'm out of here! It's gonna blow up! Run! Not again! And all the jurors are gone. The 4 is still here. Well, well, aren't you brave? It just wouldn't do for the judge presiding over this court to run. But that horrible explosion the other day. The judge looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. As for Mr. Payne... that is... Ah! There he goes. And he's off. Mr. Wright, what do you do? God, fucking damn it. Ugh. It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it? But the bomb might really go off. Only 3 more minutes, folks. Is that bomb the real HH-3000? I call your bluff. What should I do? Stand our ground. Stand our ground. I call your bluff. We all die together. You don't get to leave either. We all die together. Motherfucker, I call your bluff. I can't run now. Oh, it's been fun. But I will be going now. With my dear, dear HH-3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Farewell. No. This just proves his guilt, Your Honor. Your Honor, we stop him!
Hold it!
Hold it! You're not going anywhere, Ted Tonate. Oh? Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb is a fake. I have no evidence. It's just baseless conjecture. Oh, I assure you, Your Honor, it's quite based. Are you sure, Mr. Wright? More of your famous bluffing, even at the risk of your own life. Mr. Wright, none of your bluffing now, not at a time like this. Lives are on the line here. I'm not bluffing, and I have proof. You do? Yes, of course, Your Honor. It's right here in the photo of the bomb, clear as day. Proof that Mr. Tonate is not the real... That Mr. Tonate's bomb is not the real HH-3000. Really? Out with it then, immediately! Where's the proof that Mr. Tonate is holding the not holding the real HH-3000? Is it the crack? It has to be the crack, right? Because it has not been mentioned yet. The display for the timer on the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely, it broke when Mr. Tonate used the bomb to attack the detective arm. But the display on the bomb in front of us is not broken. Oh, you're right! You know what? I might add a subtitle to this. Fuck it, we're adding a subtitle to this one. Therefore, this is not the real HH-3000. Mr. Tone was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb and the stuffed animal. The real HH-3000 blew up in the courtroom number 4. The bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes. God! Fear not, Your Honor. I'll examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself. Yes, please do that, Mr. Wright. No! Stop! Yeah, there's the blood. Got him. What is that? Is that a blood stain? Just as I expected. Your lies have been blown to bits, Mr. Tone. I am confident DNA analysis on this bloodstain will confirm that it's Detective Arm's blood, and that those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Arm. How about it, Mr. Tone? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence? Dismantle it? You're too late! You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This HH-3000 is about to explode. Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tone. I've already proved that your bomb is a fit fucking cuts off and it explodes. It's real! This bomb is the real thing, I tell you! It's real! Okay, yeah, he's going off. Mad Bomber, Party of 1. There's no time left. It's going to blow! I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle, 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 dismantle. Okay, is he like the fucking Anasui? I'm not gonna make it! Only one thing left to do! Stop! Alright. Anasui. Okay. Fuck, imagine if he had both a model and a real bomb. Made it! That was your best idea? Just smash it with your goggles? Well, now he's blind forever. Yep, there he goes. Well, he did explode. Well, shit. Game over. Dismantle attempt failed. Okay, yeah. Assumed as much. He dismantled it either. Hahaha, it's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling bombs I disarmed on the black market. Okay. When I tried to take this one, she just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in the courtroom number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault. When I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean up. And now all this. I thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. And the stupid defense attorney started sticking his nose into my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to courtroom number 4 and found the kid all up in my bomb transport case. That's when I snuck up behind him and bam! And that's when that idiot police arrested that little girl. I thought for sure I could pin it all on her. Why? Oh, why? Alright. Yeah, well, it's pretty obvious at this point. Ted Tonate, you are hereby under arrest on suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault of Mr. Justice. Your innocence or guilt will be determined at a later trial. Now then, I see that the members of the public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to still be running far, far away. He booked it. He's gone. Be that as it may, I will now announce Miss Juniper Wood's verdict. Guilty. Yeah. Yay! He's so guilty. Like, what the fuck? Court is adjourned. Alright, that was not so bad. That was a pretty interesting first trial. Pretty lively. Good introduction to the 3D models. It's still lively. The 3D models are really lively, let me just say. December 18, 12:31 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Not a fan of the new UI here. It's definitely more streamlined though. Smaller, allows you to see more. But the text, but in doing so, the text kind of bleeds out into here, so I have to move myself to the upper left corner. You did it, boss! Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow. So many mysteries cleared up all at once. It was amazing. It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. And the way that old prosecutor hightailed it out of there? Mean old prosecutor, shit. That was great. Mr. Wright, Tina, thank you for everything you did for me. I'm so happy for you, Junie. Now you can go back home to the Force in peace. Alright. I hope the both of you will come and visit me there sometime. That would be nice. Thank you for the invitation. Hopefully you're not forgotten about, like, Larry was. I mean, Larry wasn't, actually. It'd be interesting to see if she comes back similar to Larry. But I seriously doubt it, for some reason. I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. How high up do you live again, Junie? Around 3,000 feet, I think? What? That's no forest, that's a mountain! But you know, boss? There's something that still bothers me about the case. One little mystery we never got around to solving. Oh, that? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Which thing? I'm sorry, there was so much. Is this the unsolved mystery you're thinking of? Oh, the doll! Is it the doll? It's the doll, right? Or the Switch? There's like two things that it can be, and I don't know which one. It's the Switch, right? Like, realistically speaking, take that. Because that's concerning. The remote switch, right? Yeah, I was wondering where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Tony just got rid of it somewhere? Yeah, it is a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Well, let's just leave it up to the police to find. We say, we fucking walk out, walk into our detective agency and blow up. Alright, cool. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict. I guess you're right. Hey, I know, Junie. Shall we go report the good news? You know, to that certain someone. Okay. Huh? Her grandmother? No, Apollo. No, silly, to Apollo. Oh, right. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital to see him? Great idea. Bet he's bored out of his mind. Okay. Alright. And so, the courtroom bombing case came to a close. God damn it. But the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office. That's for sure. Apollo Justice, Athena Sykes, and me. Phoenix Wright. So Sykes is like Psyche. Got it. Alright. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. Where's Trucy? She got sick of my Trucy jokes. It's true, see? Psych. When our powers combine, we're an unstoppable team. Together, we are Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. At least that's what I believed. Alright. Phoenix, we are the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Alright, date, question mark, time, question mark, write anything agency. Okay, it's still called that. Are we gonna see Trucy? Is he retiring?
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
It's Trucy!
What do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why?
It does sound like a
Say
Kane.
that this is something I must settle on my own.
Okay. Explain why? Hello, go after your half-brother who you don't know is your half-brother? He's just gone, alright. When is the mom coming back? Is she ever coming back into her kids' lives? Damn, deadbeat mom, deadbeat dad. Fucking... Like the fucking Rain Silverlock treatment, huh?
Why are you shutting us out?
Okay, it's also the same voice actress, now that I think about it. Same voice actress as, Clover from 999. Too, huh? There's like 5 voice actors in the anime. What happened to you, Apollo? Ever since you put that jacket on, you've changed. Alright, what does the jacket mean? That's what the jacket's for. Now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. What? Do we get a flashback case? We had tackled our first case together. He and I, this past spring. And as we did it, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very peculiar case. One in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature. What? Okay, well that's probably going to be episode 2, right? So we're going to go to a flashback case immediately? That was a pretty interesting case. That was a pretty great opening case. I'm not sure if it's my favorite, though. It's pretty good. All things considered, though. Right. At least it keeps us in dual Destinies. Alright. So, next week, we're probably gonna be doing the first half of the trial because, like, this looks very long. So next week, the plan is to play through the first half of the trial, up to the first half of the trial for this, for episode 2. And then the week after that, we'll play through the second half. And that's basically the plan. We're probably going to do half of trials for both of them. This one looks like it's just... This one I'm not sure if we're going to be able to go through the whole thing, but I want to see if we can get through the whole thing for episode 4. I'm just looking at it right now, trying to come up with a plan. He comes back! Alright. This one we might be able to do in one day, but it looks very long. And then of course we got the special episode, which was probably going to take us 2 days. Pearl comes back! Alright. And that's basically the plan right now. Something else I wanted to mention. Once again, I've already talked about this before. But, I'm not sure, because, like, since spring football is starting up again, I'm not sure how much time I'm gonna have to work on, like, schoolwork and all that. Because it's gonna start taking up my afternoons. So Saturday streams after I finish DMC5 might be cut out so we can still stream on Sundays, but I also need Saturdays to work on schoolwork. I'll update you guys on that. I'm hoping I don't have to cut them out, though. Something I'm planning on ahead of time as well, just so you guys know, is, where's the list? Where's the list of games? Alright. I'm probably gonna announce which list of games, which list of games we can play next. I got Metal Gear Rising, so we're gonna put up Metal Gear Rising, probably this Doom reboot, Metal Gear Rising, the Doom reboot, a couple of the other games, after we finish DMC5, of course. Metal Gear Rising will be probably one of the things I add. Doom will also be another one of the things I add. What was it called? Fuck. God, I forgot. Subject 5, Subject 9, Subject 9, right? Subject 9, I don't know why I keep going back to 5. Where's the image for this? There it is. Subject 9, alright. Subject 9 will also be up for the webcomic stuff. And all the other ongoing series, such as like the Abime series and Ubel, I have not been getting any updates on, so we're probably not going to be playing those. That's not going to be added to the list. So it's Metal Gear Rising, Doom, Subject 9. I believe Pseudo Regalia was one of the games as well that's on the list. There's a ton of fucking games on my list, man. Ton of games on the list. Let me see if I can find the list that I had here. I have my shopping list. I have my old Christmas list that I don't really need anymore. This old review thing, okay. So I don't have the game list off of memory, nor do I have it written down, which is bad. I'll be sure to after we finish Devil May Cry 5, I'll be sure to get the list for that done. I'll put all up on the polls. You guys will see it. So Pseudo Regalia was one of them. There was a ton of games on my wish list, as you can see over here. Over 300 games that caught my interest and I want to play. So after we finish Devil May Cry 5, though, I know I'm jumping ahead. I also, what's also on the list is fucking DMC, the DMC Virgin's Downfall. We gotta loop back to. That's also on the list that I gotta probably add onto there. That's probably to be the fourth thing. After that, I think that's basically the whole list right now. Yeah. Other than that, not much else I can really add. If you're interested in reading my fanfiction, Phantophobia, it's in the description below. Go ahead and read it. It's a crossover fanfiction between Zoophobia and Your Turn to Die, where it takes Zoophobia's characters and puts them in the world of Your Turn to Die. Really interested to see how the dual Destinies 3D models are handled. They look really good, in all honesty, and the characters are still really well animated and all that. I feel like the transition to the models was definitely better than what the Zeroscape series had done. I won't say it's completely on par with AI to Somnium files. There's definitely less clipping, though. Much less clipping. Maybe it's because of the simpler designs. I'm not sure. I'm still gonna have to see how some of the models work. But I think they're really good and they're really expressive. And I don't find any issue with them transitioning to 3D models in this case. It's really good looking. The anime cutscenes is an interesting choice, and then having those anime cutscenes voice acted is an interesting choice, but not having the full game voice acted is also a very interesting choice, and it's a little strange in my opinion. But it's fine. Danganronpa does similar things with the voice acting thing that I've already mentioned, so I don't really have too many issues with it. I'd sound hypocritical if I did have issues with it, though. It does make me interested if there's like an Apollo Justice anime. I know there was a Phoenix Wright anime that I watched, but I don't know if there's an Apollo Justice anime. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here with me. Next week, I'm planning on continuing DMC5 on Saturday, and then we'll be continuing this game on Sunday. It should still be at around the same time, 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be sure to announce the stream an hour before we start, so keep an eye out on those notifications, and I'll see you